Welcome back, guys. This is episode 3 of Fish Talk. I'm with Real Custom Art above me here, Jeremy. And Jeremy, I figured today we talk a little bit about custom baits, also becoming more and more springtime here. So unless you got a different topic, but I figured that's what we talk about today.
Yeah, we're fishing, finally.
We are fishing. So I know we've got Chubby Fisherman 402, also aka Ricky in the chat. We'll probably bring him in here and talk a little bit about. I know him and I went out fishing, got him on one of his first species to cross off the list, and I know you two went out fishing that day as well. So we'll definitely have to talk about that. But since we do have Tumbleweed in here, I did want to kind of bring up. I did order some baits from Tumbleweed Fishing, Bait Boys, as well as Lured In. So all three of the young gentlemen we had last episode. And I've got to say I'm impressed. I don't know if I could do any better.
There we go.
The first thing we've got is from Tumbleweed. And he asked me, the first thing he asked was, what kind of fish am I going after? So I told him bass and pike are kind of my go-to. So he did a really good job at getting me stuff for that. So I'm excited to try this, but he made his own inline spinner. So I'm excited to give that a try. So it's got decent weight to it. So green feathers. And I was happy he sent me some of these, but and I had to ask him yesterday how he recommends weighting them, so I did go get some hooks. But those are his swim baits that have that kind of scale pattern to them. So I got two of those. He gave me one of his like toad rat style things.
There you go.
But then the one I'm excited to give a try is he did get me the mutant. I'm gonna screw this up, but he calls it the Mutant Rat, I believe. I'm taking it out of the package to show you, which what I like about his plastics is they got a gummy texture to it, but that's got that weird tail.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, what I love about
extra in the water.
It's really sturdy rubber, but it's got like a gummy, like I don't know if you eat gummy bears or gummy worms. That's kind of the texture I'm getting from these.
Yeah.
So, and then he also threw in kind of like a leech style, which is kind of cool because they're perfect for drop shots and stuff, but in the kind of a blue color.
All right.
So that's what I got from Tumbleweed. And like I said, guys, check him out. Tumbleweed Fishing. Kid's awesome. 16 years old and just making fire baits. I don't know. Did you get anything from him yet? I know you've been getting some stuff from other bait makers.
I have not placed any orders yet.
Okay.
I've ordered stuff, so I need a little break.
So that was me messaging him and basically saying, hey, I want $20 worth of baits. Give me whatever and hit me with what you got. So for $20, I'm not too mad.
Gotcha.
Bait Boys sent me.
After seeing Milliken and Coleslaw using that goldfish swim bait, might have to have a custom run to those.
I was going to pull one out that I've got and see what your thoughts were. It's in the box. I threw it a couple times last year. But from Bait Boys, I got a package of stick baits, and they kind of got a tip to them. So, and that's, let's see, he put 2, 4, 6, there's 8 of them in that pack. And then kind of like a small little ribbon tail worm in like a blue color. There's 8 of them in there. And then something he started doing recently.
Did he just send you the colors, or did you pick your colors?
I told all these guys, send me whatever. Give me random things. I wanna test your stuff out. I want to see what it's like. I want to showcase you guys. So kind of send me just a random box. But he's been proud about his new little drop shot stuff. So he sent me some of those.
That's cool.
And I was going to actually pull these out because I'm curious. Okay. So there is a difference. Tumbleweeds is, like I said, really gummy feeling. Bait Boys is like what I would call a normal soft plastic, I guess would be the type of feel. Like if you just go to Bass Pro and get something like that. and his are unscented. Tumbleweeds, I forgot to mention, are definitely scented. He's got some oil in there.
Okay.
And then
maybe, I wonder if that's what kind of made it a little gummier.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah.
Well, because I have a feeling the fish might hold on a little longer. He sent me a random bag, which I kind of like because there's a bunch of just random colors. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, there we go. This is what I'm pulled out. So he sent me a bag of his lizards, and that's kind of what they look like.
Okay.
So I've never really thrown a lizard before, so I'm excited for that. But once again, I don't think, for just giving them a random, here's, give me $20 worth of baits. I'm not mad about it. He did throw in, like in the random, he does do like reminds me of like the rage tail.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good trailer.
Yep. I'm trying to see. There we go. So I'm gonna test durability because I got multiple of these. They're a little soft. Now I am pulling quite hard though.
You might get a couple bites out of that.
Yep. So not bad. Like I said, better than I could do. I'll put it that way. And then lured in, they were in a bunch of different bags, but I was having issues. But he's got some crazy stuff, but I got a bag full of random things. The one, though, and guys are probably going to tell me I need to actually throw it more, is I don't throw a lot of pink. But check that out. Have you thrown anything like that?
No, but I know it's a color that works, too, in some places. I don't know. I've never personally done anything like color, but
I do like his. I like his beaver style.
Yeah,
it's a generic style. The only thing with his feels really. What's the best way to put it? His feels like rubbery and very stiff, which I don't know necessarily is a bad thing. It's just I just noticed. It's a very rubbery feeling, like, if you were going to run like a rubber caulking or sealant around something.
Gotcha.
But he also kind of threw in like a little fluke, which I thought was cool. So, like I said, I'm excited to actually take these out and go fish and hopefully catch some stuff on it. So I told him I would try to catch some stuff, let him know what I thought. So, but
sure.
Did you go shopping at all? What have you gotten? I know you had a busy life there for a little bit. 2021 decided to hit you hard.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Well, I did get.
What is that?
The Shimano Product K.
Oh,
I just haven't figured out what I want to put on this yet.
Okay. What kind of gear ratio do we have?
Hold on. It's 6-2.
6-2 to 1. Yep. So good swim bait or good crankbait.
So it's good for swim bait. It's good for jigs. So
that's what I run on.
I don't know if I want to go braid or floral. I'm kind of stuck between the two.
Well, okay. Are you going to be running the swim baits like what you made?
No.
What kind of swim baits are we talking? Like hard swim baits or rubber or?
Mostly it's going to be for like jigs, and things like that. So floral, you want that sinking action, but braid if you're pulling it through weeds and stuff,
Well, I mean, you do like a 15-pound braid, it goes through the weeds just fine, but.
I was thinking 30.
Oh, no, I said, sorry, 15-pound fluoro, though.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, you can honestly do a 20 if you want, but I was just thinking if you were going to do like your swim baits, like the harder ones you painted, I would definitely run braid.
I got this. That was on sale, so I don't know.
I was going to say, because you checked it out, so then I had to go check it out. If you guys haven't, go to Bass Pro or Cabela's. They had there's a little section that has like it's like a box, like a cardboard stand, and they got some sweet sales going. I say, you got some line. I picked up some line. It was buy one, get one on the tri-league.
Some red-eye strike kings.
Yes, red-eye shads. And this color right here, or just straight red, is fire right now. And then I actually picked up the Bass Pro version because it was like only $2.
Yeah, I got a couple I got a couple of those lipless, and then I got a couple of their cranks out of the Craw white that I'm just paint. Different
Dude,
blanket, you know?
Bass Pro had those on sale.
Yeah, I have a few of those already, so I didn't get any of those.
I had to stock up. I'm really gonna get into using a chatterbait this year because I've seen what kind of fish they can catch.
So you got in your 6 cents, right? And I get the cheaper one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you get. What did you get?
It was completely different this time. Came with the
swinks. Okay.
The Divine jig.
Okay, this is looking like one of my other boxes, but okay.
Then some 4/0 stout hooks.
Is it wide gap? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, not the flipping hooks.
Then I got the Vega Frog like you, but
you did get the Vega. I already had. Was yours black?
Actually, this one's black. I think my other one's the Black Magic one. So.
Oh, see, mine's. I've got the exact same, the black on black.
And then Stroker Craw.
You got Stroker Craws. Okay. What color?
Green pumpkin burst. Perfect
Can't
color.
Can't be mad with that.
So they crushed it the last 2 months.
I was gonna say if you guys haven't checked it out, I would say I got the premium and the color on this and on the curve I thought was just fire.
Yeah, I was pretty jealous of that one actually.
I liked that.
I might have to make my own.
God, I already put most of it up, but that's two. I got 2 sacks in a row. Came with a Provoke jerkbait, which hands down, you can't go wrong with the Provoke. I'm trying to think what else came in that sack now.
I guess I did get a few more things. So I got these off of Tech Baits site.
Before the poor man got COVID.
Yeah, I got.
What's going on, Fire Turtle?
I got Jaybird's jigs. I got 2 football jigs, 3/8 ounce.
Okay.
This one's the natural Craw. It's kind of like a green pumpkin orange.
Now, is that skirt like a rubbery skirt, or is that like that plastic material like we saw from mud baits that was at the
rubbery?
Rubbery. Okay.
And then I got the Fire Craw, which I'll show you what I want to pair with that next.
Ooh, okay. That's a good color right now. Okay. Yep.
So what I want to pair with that one is the Tech Bait trays.
Okay.
Slate trays. Get some of the salt off so you actually see the color.
That will be juicy. That'll be juicy. I like that. I like that.
So you put that bad boy on there.
Yep. Now, I know Ricky over here is a huge jerkbait guy also. So I had to pick these up from 6 cents. So I did a big order. I got a bunch of different jerkbait colors, got some more the crushed flat 75s. Love those. But I did have to pick up the soft jerkbaits.
Oh, yeah.
The flush.
I'm not convinced on them yet.
I was talking to a couple guys on how to fish it, so I picked up some different wide gap hooks. Yep. So I picked up some different wide gap hooks. I'm gonna run it. Weightless, and I'm just gonna let it fall, twitch it, let it fall, twitch it, and just kind of give it that action. And they said that right there is basically how to work it. You could hook it up like a swim bait, but just letting it do its natural action and twitching will draw them in. So I'm thinking like a 4/0 weightless would be the way to go for that.
So I tried this a while back, and I learned it from Tactical Bassing. So you could take a fluke, so you could rig it where it's just a little bit. Then you put a swivel, and you have 2 different lengths. So it's kind of like, and then you go deeper with this one, so it gets more of a action like this.
Yep.
And you twitch them, and they both, swim past each other. It's kind of a cool technique.
I was like, what you can do, because we can run 2 hooks legally in Nebraska.
Yep.
Oh, I do want to shout out, I see Bait Boys joined. Bait Boys, I did get your package, buddy. I appreciate it. We actually were just kind of going through. I love the stuff you sent me, man. I can't wait to actually go out and try it. We've been getting out fishing. We've got some open water, so I am excited. Thank you. Donkey rigging. Hey, there you go.
So, I did get one more thing from Tech Baits real quick before.
Ooh. Yep. The soft frog.
Mm-hmm. Black
swim
with
it, burn it.
Red flake in it. So should be a good one too.
Jeremy, you seen this one from 6 Cents? This this pattern?
I've seen it, but I do not have that one.
It's peanut butter and what is it? PB&J Craw.
PB&J Craw. Yep. I got that in a Crush 50.
I got the Radiation Craw.
Oh, is that the one I gave you?
No.
Oh, okay. What size is that Radiation Craw?
That's 50.
That's a good. See, right now, guys, I'll tell you, so we've been out going fishing, and the biggest thing, and the thing that I'm actually going to tie up when I go out Sunday is, so I've been running Liftless Crankbaits. It seems to be the way to go, but more of a craw pattern. But if you remember, we talked about it. I got that the sack from, well, not the sack. I had that box from Mystery Tackle Box, and we got the rattle bot. That is going to get tied up. I'm excited to try that, just because of how crazy that is. So that'll be exciting. But Ricky, since we got you, man, you and I went out fishing. God, what was that? Last Wednesday now, or no? When did we go fishing? Was it Tuesday? That's right. It was last Tuesday, not this previous, but the last week. I got off work. It was cool out. I wouldn't say cold.
It was like 58, 59, but cloudy.
But cloudy, misty. So light jacket weather. We walked to a couple places and then we were fishing the dam because it was blowing. Yep, that's the color to throw. It was a little breezy. What fish did you get across off your list, buddy?
The old northern pike. The old northern.
What'd you catch it on?
The poke.
Yep.
Oh, shout out to 6 Cents. It's been 2 weeks now since I've ordered my 10 jerkbaits. Still not here. Shout out to 6 Cents.
No love to you.
They got an email today. I wasn't nice about it.
But
yeah,
you got your first pike, and check it out. I got it on the Instagram here, guys. I got a photo of it. Not a bad one for your first one. I know guys are giving you a hard time, but for a northern pike in Omaha, not bad. 2 pounds, roughly in that 18-20 inch mark. It wasn't a hammer handle, so for your first one, not bad.
No, and I'll take it. And obviously Sunday is a big day, so maybe by Sunday,
hopefully get some bigger nuts. Should be. They should be.
Maybe we tie on this bad boy. Little frog action. Okay, it's a little too soon.
A little soon for me.
I saw springtime. Got a little excited. Just a little bit.
So I'll tell you what lure. I mean, this is one I did last year's. Nothing special, but it just crushed it last year.
Oh yeah,
it's just purple.
That orange color, for whatever reason, this time of year is just perfect. That orange and red.
This thing's been beat. I've replaced the hooks on it a couple times, but last spring it was just crushing it. Because the grass we get around here, it rips right through it. Don't snag it or nothing. It just goes right through. So these little mega bass knockoffs, they get it done.
Now, Jeremy, you and Ricky there went out fishing a couple days before that. Even where did you guys go?
couple places. Very clean and respond.
Okay. And how did that go for you two? Because I know when you guys went, it was even colder, right?
Not good for me. Ricky got two bass and a crappie, but
okay. And you guys were fishing from shore also that day?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. What were you guys throwing?
Everything.
Gotcha. Like I said, I went out Sunday with the old man. We took the boat out, and it was super windy, but we were trying to get the trolling motor dialed in, and we had that kind of figured out. But I learned a little bit. Nothing was really moving. The water temp is right about that 46, 47.
Right.
So still a little chilly. But the weird part I was finding out, the pike I caught, and the same thing happened to Ricky. They're just coming up, and they're just putting their mouth on the bait. So they're hitting the bait on their paws.
Yeah, they're
not
not
slamming it
or nothing.
They're not, because when the water gets warmer, they'll start running away with your bait, and you're like, what the hell did I just catch? But the small bass I caught when I was out with Ricky, and then the bass I caught when I was on the boat Sunday, they are crushing the bait.
Yeah,
like a 1 pounder feels like a 3 pounder.
So lipless that worked for me was this one.
Okay.
I see you.
I caught 2 on that one night, and then the other one, just a little like, it's kind of like a bone-colored shad-looking thing. And it's real tiny crankbait. Basically, it's a kind of a deeper diver, but I was just going slow with it, keeping it towards the top, and it just hit. So.
And guys, I see a lot. Oops, sorry, go ahead,
John.
I was just saying, I see a bunch of guys jumping in.
Oh yeah.
That if they want to join in on the conversation, send a request. We'd love to get you in the chat. And if you make your own baits, let us know. We'd like to see what you make and talk a little bit about that. Or if you've gotten out fishing, let us know what you've been catching lately.
Oh, hey, speaking of custom baits, Jeremy. I haven't got mine yet. I know we had some problems, but I want to see my progress. Where are we at? Where are we sitting?
Still about the same as that one night.
Okay. That's fine. That's cool.
I was like, geez, Ricky, the man's life blew up. 2021 decided to hit all at once.
I'm okay. I can be patient with Jeremy. It's not 6 cents. I don't have to send him an email.
I'll still probably get it to you faster.
No. Well, at this rate, you don't have to try. I think you could. I think you could give it to John, and he would still be able to deliver it faster than 6 cents.
But I'll tell you, it might have been your, in your benefit that it took longer because I got some new stuff to play with.
Oh, what is that?
Can't tell you.
You can't tell me? Oh.
Secret stuff on Ricky's bait that he'll catch more fish than John. Okay. Like it, Jeremy.
As long as you catch it during the tournament.
Highlight green, highlight blue.
Ooh.
Highlight blue. Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but we'll try.
No, it's not.
No. All I can see is white.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go with your top secret stuff again. I see you.
Kind of get a little glimpse of it. But
he could tell you, but then he would have to make you disappear.
That's true.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I've been to the man's house. I could disappear. Nobody would come looking for me.
It's slowly getting cleaner in here. It's starting to get room now.
Yeah,
just
I was saying
the snow blower and everything else now.
There you go.
Okay, since we're going to talk about organization, while John was fishing and not calling me this weekend, we got to do this.
There you go.
Hey,
I have to show this off. John, as much as I really want to buy you one of these, I don't have the guy's number no more, and he doesn't do them, I don't believe, but I got one.
Oh, I know. Nice. I know. I would love if he made it because, guys, if you haven't noticed, I got myself a new logo, so
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. And then I know this, if you haven't seen Jeremy, Real Custom Art here, he got a new logo going. So it's exciting.
And, I mean, we are going to start filming. Muffin will have his own channel on YouTube. So,
Oh, boy. No, nobody wants to see that.
you haven't seen creative yet.
But no, I've learned an important lesson the last couple times trying to film. Always record.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I figured out some settings because I did record my fishing trip from Sunday. You're looking at the water the whole time. You don't see anything else. So it's kind of not the best visual. So I got the angle figured out finally. So that kind of sucks because I tried editing it and I'm like, I'm not going to upload it. It's not even going to be worth watching. It's not good. Good content, talked about good stuff, but you just looking at water the whole time.
You need like a second camera and mount it back further where it's fixed on the front of the boat.
Yeah, no, Fire Turtle. No, I'm getting that camera angle figured out. Sunday was a learning experience. I'm using a GoPro Hero 9, so I finally realized what angle and what lens to use on it. So I didn't realize I still had it set to the lens that I was using for like when I do my videos. Fire Tiger.
Look what Ricky found in the tackle box.
There you go.
We'll try that out Sunday. We'll see if we can't stir him out of the grass a little bit better.
Yeah, I dug out some of my jerk baits because I realized I didn't have enough with me. So, bought on my custom one. So,
yeah, we'll. I believe I'm bringing the boat over tomorrow or the next day, so I'll finally have all my tackle. Oof.
Let's see here. Just some random color ones I did here.
I can see it on the phone. I was having issues though because I had the phone going to the boat, Fire Turtle, and because I got a new phone motor, and I was trying to get it all synced up. So yeah, no. Once I realized how bad the angle was, I actually put the chest back on, and I was playing around in the garage and realized the better angle.
So Jeremy, if you go out fishing with us Sunday, since 6 Cents is being so lovely to me, and yeah, I may have to borrow 1 or 5.
Oh, dude, Ricky, I got you. You know that. I've got.
Well, and I got a bunch more where these came from. So
he's just holding them up in stacks, like dollar bills.
I got 4 live shiners sitting up on the wall that are open that you could use.
For sure.
So.
And I'll be honest with you, I really wasn't sold on the Provoke. I really didn't care for it. I thought it was overhyped.
Nope.
Now that I've used it,
nope.
By casting one of those, because I have another color in one of those, they're terrible. They have no weight to them. You can't whip them like you can. The Provokes you can whip. I will say, though, the Rapala that's in the boat.
Yeah, and the floaters have their use. Oh, Jeremy, go ahead and show a few more. Fire Turtle said those look great.
I'd have to dig for them, but
oh, you're good. But I was gonna say,
if I got bad connection on my end, or
yeah,
let me switch off the Wi-Fi real quick.
Grills that you put over the fire.
Oh yeah,
do you want anybody want it? I'm giving it away. It's either gonna be someone gonna take it or I'm gonna throw it away.
What was it?
It's one of them grills that you put over your fire so you can roast like hot dogs on it and stuff.
I'm good.
So
depends on how much camping y'all do.
I still need to pick up some mud bugs to have you paint. Fire Turtle says he needs you to paint some mud bugs.
Okay. Yeah.
What is a mud bug? I know I probably sound stupid right now.
Oh, bud. But of course, I don't have my boat here.
I don't
I don't have
know.
my boat here, so I can't show
You
you.
probably have one.
Yep.
But
I got a ton of blanks for jerkbaits, so.
what's going on, Tech Baits? Hopefully you're feeling better. I heard you're not feeling the best, man. I can't wait till you get better because I'm excited to see what my order brings. I know Jeremy got his here, so we're stoked, brother. I say if you guys haven't checked Tech Baits out, go check him out. He has also some very, very amazing soft plastics. He does some really cool pours. But I know at the moment he's a little delayed. I think he's either got COVID or he's got something close to it. But yeah, he's not feeling too hot.
Yeah, get well, man. That sucks.
But this year so far, I definitely want to. I'm excited to try more and more of these custom lures, like your lures, for example. I don't know, something about the custom painted or custom poured. It has a different look, and I think it's just gonna. I don't know. I have a personal feeling it's gonna get bit more than something that everybody else is throwing.
Yeah,
that's just me though.
Right.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to put that to the test this year because I've got a bunch of your stuff. So
Stone Man popped in here, but before I got to add him in, it looked like he left. But he does pretty good stuff and sells some of his through Tech Baits site, so check that out too.
Now, you actually got one of your baits featured in a big YouTuber's video. It was a quick feature, but it was featured.
No shout out, but it's all good.
Milk and Fishing. You actually did a copy, and I know you showed it last episode. You did a copy of his Gillikin for 6 cents, and even he said he liked it. I was hoping he'd actually fish with it. Unfortunately, they were having too much fun with the swim baits.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure he's got a shortage of square bills to fish with.
Just a couple. Well, I guess my question for you then is, so it started out as more of just a, hey, I'm going to do this. It's a hobby. I'm going to just kind of see where it goes. Well, I guess, what do you see it as now?
I'd still just do it for a hobby, for fun. You know, if somebody wants to order stuff, I'll do it. But a lot of times I'm just experimenting, just trying different things. So.
Okay. Do you have would you like to see it go bigger, further? Would you like to see it become something else? Or, would you like is it one of those, would you like to see like a 6 Cents or another company pick up like maybe one of your patterns? Because I've seen a lot of that lately, is a lot of big companies picking up custom bait makers like yourself and picking up their patterns and putting it on their baits.
Oh, yeah. That would be great. Anything additional like that would be great. Is it my goal? Sure, but I don't go out of my way for it either. If I had more time, that'd be great. I'd invest more time and more energy, but it's just a weekend hobby thing, basically. So, for now.
Gotcha. So one of those, if people want stuff painted, by all means, message you. You'd love to help them out, get stuff taken care of for them, but you're not looking to make this necessarily a career?
I would. That'd be great. That'd be, but life, you need retirement, you need life insurance, health insurance.
Gotcha. So it's one of those, if an opportunity came about, you wouldn't necessarily turn it down, but you're not necessarily hunting for that.
Yeah. Hey Taylor, which one of us is fuzzy? Because I got them really fuzzy and I'm clear. So.
Yeah. John's really fuzzy on mine.
I got Ricky fuzzy and I got you clear and myself clear.
Okay.
Clear on mine and John is fuzzy as hell.
Yeah, mine was starting to screw up, so I took it off Wi-Fi, so it seemed to help.
So, John, look good. I found it in the tackle box. So we can finally bring up some jigs.
There you go.
I'll tie some of them up.
Nice. So Ricky, what's your goal this year for fishing? I realize I never asked you that the last couple episodes. I know you accomplished one thing. You got a pike crossed off the list, but what does Ricky want to accomplish this year fishing?
I think my big goal is master angler crappie. I think I got a few places. Not hinting towards any places. Definitely want to win one of our bass tournaments. Like first place. Yep. We kind of want to do what I did last year of cross off as many fish of species that we have here in Nebraska as we can. Obviously, the biggest challenge would be smallmouth around our area. Thankfully, we have a river that provides them once in a great while. Muskie will be kind of iffy. Bass, crappie, bluegill, stuff like that. That would be easy. All in all, I would like to just, really the big bass tournament's really the ice on the cake. It'd obviously be better than I was last year.
Catfish?
Flathead, if we get the shot. But that's why I didn't put it on the list yet, because I'm looking at you on that one, Jeremy, because you might be able to find them faster than I can. I mean, channels, blues, cool. They're all fine and dandy, but I've never
blues Blues would be the toughest one. There's not too many lakes around here with blues. So
now, see, and I don't know. I know Weirspan had the kill off a few years ago that we talked about.
Yep.
There were blues in there, and I don't know if there still are.
I haven't seen anybody catching any, so I don't think they're in there anymore. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, to me, I don't know if you guys ever did it. I know there was a time and a place where me and Uncle Bob would use rotten shrimp on an ultralight and fish in trees and catch like 2-pounders. Oh, so much fun.
Yeah. I've never caught a blue, at least that I know of, but I caught flatheads and channels.
Now, John, what about you? What's your goal? Do you want to ask us? What's yours?
I think I've told everybody, but biggest thing would be, winning would be great, but I want to place in the tournament this year, because last year you and I got out and it was definitely a learning year. I had a lot of stuff going on personally, so I wasn't really focused as much as I should be. That's number one. Number two, just like last year, is I want to catch another trophy fish. I don't care what species. Last year I did get a master angler crappie. That was huge for me. I got a PB pike, which is 6 pounds, so I want to beat that. But trophy hunting this year and doing well in the tournament, but then also I kind of just want to, my goal would be just kind of grow the channel a little bit and hopefully be able to help other people kind of learn a little bit from what, from either when we all go out or when I go out. Hopefully somebody can pick something up and, they can go, oh yeah, hey, I saw your video, I went out and did it, and because of what you showed me, I caught, this. Even if it's a dinky little fish, as long as they're excited, great. And that's kind of my goal.
But in reality, they're going to be like, they see our video, and they're going to do the exact opposite and then have success.
Hey, if that's what it was like, hey, I saw you made all those mistakes, so I did the opposite, and because of that, great, perfect.
Whatever I do on camera, do the opposite. I'm just going to say now.
No, that's kind of what my goal is. Like I said, I when I do these videos and stuff, it's going to be more. I'll have a couple challenge stuff in there. Like I think I'll be doing do a monster bass challenge. So crack open the monster bass bag for the month, try to fish every lure in it, try to catch something. I think that'd be fun. But I'm not going to do like those silly Walmart challenges or Barbie fishing pole challenge or whatever.
It's going to be more. You would look great with a Barbie pole. I think you would look great.
Well, we know that though. I want to do more of I want to help more people basically. So I think I said it last episode. Is the biggest thing that you get from this community is I don't know everything there is to know about fishing, but it's picking up. It's fishing with other people, watching other people, and picking up what they do. and not necessarily copying them, but take that style and make it your own. You know, I don't fish a jerkbait the same way everybody else.
It's up to us.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man, I'll leave that up to you two. That's not my style. Like I said, I want to do more. That's fun. I love it, but I want to do more informational videos. So like you guys joke around.
Full bait pack.
Oh, we're not gonna try to put a Shimano bait cast or bait casting
Oh, that's
8-foot catfish rod.
so now the wife actually brings up a good one, and this one I actually kind of like. So you guys probably seen at Walmart, Cabela's, Bass Pro. There's those new Shakespeare combo. It comes with a little tackle box full of like jigs, spin baits, stuff like that, and it's like and it tells you what type of fish you offer. So like there's a catfish one, there's a panfish one, there's a lake one, there's a pond one. That probably wouldn't be doing a bad video because I bet a lot of people look at those things and go, "Is it worth the money?"
Mm-hmm. I think once the water warms up and we are a little bit more in tune with the fishing, I think it'd be fun to do like a $10 bait challenge or something like that from Walmart. Stuff like that. Like that would be fun. Like Jeremy, go to his Walmart, I go to mine, you go to yours, and we'll find just the craziest looking baits we can find for $10. And
I like the antique mall challenge.
I do too.
I
down.
got a ton of antique lures. Let's try them.
Okay.
Well, that, and like I said, I already told you guys, I definitely want to do a custom bait day and use either, whether it be hard baits like your hard baits, soft plastics from the boys. That'd be awesome. Because like I said, I have a feeling some of these custom baits are going to be fire this year.
Like who's gonna go grab a bunch of antique baits? I know some people have gone to thrift stores or whatever, but those were made for a reason back in the day.
Oh yeah,
they caught fish or they did it. I don't know, but fish ain't seeing those on the lakes right now. So you might have luck. It's better than going to get an Ozark Trail lure. Let's see what we can catch.
I mean, whatever.
I'm down with something like out of the wall, off the wall.
And I like John's wife's comment. Make the wives pick the baits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to open the tackle box and be like, here, honey, pick something. I'll throw it. Or she can come out to my bait wall that I got going, and she can go shopping at my version of Bass Pro. But I know we were talking the other day, Ricky, when you and I were fishing, and thought I'd bring it up. So, Jeremy, we were thinking when the weather gets a little warmer here, doing a full day over at Wanahoo.
Yeah.
We meet up. We'll just take my truck. We'll grab the boat. We'll fill a cooler up with some sandwiches and stuff, and we'll go out to Wanahoo and do a full day. I mean, that lake, I feel it's a high pressure lake, but the way we all fit, that's great. I feel like the way we all fish and how we all think differently, that we could find some big fish in that lake. I know there's big pike, there's walleye, there's crappie, there's bass, you name it. I saw that. Yep. Taylor said that looks pretty.
All right, so now that you guys are big bowling fans, but it's just funny you brought those up, Jeremy. There was a dude this week on the PBA that was throwing a storm ball that has been made in like 15 years. Paid like $300 for it, won the freaking championship with it.
That's crazy.
So, old's not always the worst thing in the world.
So, speaking of older lures, you guys probably saw last month's Monster Bass Sack. They brought back a plastic that I've never seen, that Hell Craw. Which, by the way, I'm going to make a post on Instagram. If we can get me to 100 subscribers on YouTube, this is being given away. I will ship it. I don't care. So I'll be making a post, and I'll make it sure you got to follow us up. But if we get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, I am giving one of these away. And if we crush a bigger number than I thought, I might just be giving 2 of them away.
Well, Ricky's up to what, 3 accounts now?
No, I just keep changing the name on one.
And to kind of show you guys, so there's a silent square bill in there, one of the electrodes.
There you go, Rick.
There's a KVD square bill.
Okay.
There is the Berkeley Chigger Craw, which those are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
There is by Gambler the 4-inch bacon rind.
Yeah.
There are the Stanley Pro Point worm hooks, the 4-aught straights. There are, like we said, the Hell Craw worm. And there is, last but not least, basically the only thing missing out, oh, sorry, whoops, there's another thing. There is the jig, but the only thing missing really is the rod because it also comes with Berkeley Trilene. So I'll be giving this away, including the bag it comes in, if we can get me to 100 subscribers on YouTube. So I'll make a post that you guys are going to have to like, follow, all that good stuff. But figure I'd give you a little bit of sneak peek of what can win. And if we crush another number, if we can double it, I'll put 2 in and also some other baits.
Size 6.
Yep.
These things are giant.
So we're going up north for that, right?
And there's
remember, we were talking about Gavin's point.
Yep.
I was going to say, Jeremy, if there's what lake within I'll say a 3 to 4 hour drive would you like to go to that we could take the boat to?
3 or 4 hours, I think you're just kind of limited with, was it Lewis and Clark? Or, I don't know. That was a lazy hike.
Nice.
Fire
turn knows the stuff.
I think
John, your wife said I choose the pink stick.
We were at Bass Pro and she saw, and I told her I probably need to try them. But they were the pink stick baits, that bubblegum pink kind of color.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you should get these. And shoot, maybe she's right. Maybe that's the fire. I don't know.
Now you're planning trips without us.
Yes, babe, I'm planning a fishing trip, but that's why I said within a 3 to 4 hour drive, like any lake, basically. Obviously, I want to do Wanahu with you too. I think that'd be a great trip. And that's
gotta pay extra.
But I didn't know if there was a lake that you two, or if there's anything you two could think of that would be a fun trip that we could do when it gets a little warmer.
I'm really stoned on Gavin's point. I've never been there. I've never even seen it.
Yeah, never been there. I haven't really fished outside the area much. I'm kind of creature of habit, unfortunately.
that might become an expensive fishing trip. The wives are gonna go drink all day.
But I'm going on a big fishing trip. Me and my brother, the first week of June. We're going up to Minnesota.
Okay.
And it's a lake that Milliken visited a couple times.
Okay.
I probably botched the name, but Millilac or Millie, I don't know. I probably said that wrong.
I know what you're talking about.
Millac, that's what it is.
Yep.
So we're doing a guide service the first day up there, and then place we got an Airbnb on a cabin on it says private lake. So
okay, what are you? I guess you said you're doing a guide service. What are you guys going for?
Walleye and smallmouth. We're splitting the day.
Okay, you bring some walleye home.
I don't think you could keep too many there. I don't know. They got weird regulations right now with walleye. So
gotcha. All right, so you're gonna try to get some fun video.
But that's what your Gavin's point trip would be for.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with them because I've never caught a paddlefish. I heard they fight like a mother trucker. There's big pike up there,
and muskie,
big walleye, big smallmouth. So
everything.
Yeah, I mean,
everything.
Shoot, maybe I'll catch a big freshwater drum and I'd get excited.
It's a species. You get a flathead up there too.
Yeah.
Did anybody catch the fishing news out of Florida this week?
No.
About the Arapaima. They had a 10.5-foot Arapaima washed up out of one of their lakes. they estimate this thing to be 205, 210 pounds.
Damn.
So that means we need to plan a trip to Florida. We don't have to go to South America to fish for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could get paid to just go fish places. That'd be awesome. What is it? That Jeremy Wade guy, the River Monsters?
Yeah.
I love his job. His job would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do last week? Well, I had a video camera follow me around. We hiked up in the Amazon, and yeah, I caught this fish that was as big as me that could eat me. What? What'd you catch it on? I was throwing like a jerk bait.
Yeah. My only problem is I don't trust river water, like, at all. Like, I don't put no part of my body, shoes, socks, nothing. These guys are climbing in the river with this thing, and I'm like, nope. Piranhas, anacondas, caimans. Nope, I'm good. I'm going to stay up on land.
I've seen a 4 or 5 footer, but that's it. Yeah. No, that is a huge fish.
Yeah.
We'll go drop some lines at the aquarium.
It got me a shark.
Yeah, that Arapaima in the aquarium, I think they're 15 or 16 years old or something like that. Yeah, there's one of them that weighs close to 500, I think.
Yeah, they're like 4 or 5 foot long, it looks like. I mean, if I were to guess.
Yeah, they're monsters.
Well, what's that fish up north? Is it a sturgeon?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That has like the plating, and those things get huge. Like, as long as the boat. But I heard they're also like super endangered, so it's kind of like I kind of want to get up north before they go extinct because I heard they are getting overfished. Because I heard they actually fish. A lot of guys are keeping them, which they're trying to avoid.
It's because man manipulates the river systems now. So.
Yep.
Yeah, we know what happens there. Nebraska had a fun flood a couple of years ago because of that.
Well, the Missouri used to be a wide and slow-moving river, and now it's one of the fastest.
Yep.
In the United States.
Yep.
Oh, how dare you talk wrong about Nebraska? We would never mess with their fish.
Nebraska sucks.
Yeah.
Born and raised, but it sucks.
And they don't have enough lakes around here that are structured like. There's a reason why I'm like, Flanagan's a very good lake. Wanahoo, there's a reason why these lakes are overfished. Summit, up until about 2 years ago, perfect fishery. Now, torched.
Well, now Wagon Train, that's a good lake, and they're killing that off. So they're not even moving the. They're not even.
John, your wife's got stuff to interject with her comments. Sorry, dude.
They're killing Wagon Train off?
From what I heard, yes.
Oh, man. Why are they killing that one off?
Zebra mussels, who knows?
So, did you guys hear about Cunningham Lake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for the people watching, Cunningham Lake's a local lake here in town. It got drained once, and that was because the lake was the toxicity. Wow, that's a big word today. The toxicity levels in the lake were just outrageous, and when they drained it, you could tell why. There was barrels of who knows what. There was cars. I mean, it was gross. But then when they refilled it, that lake was coming back strong. There was big bass. They had pike getting in there. They had walleye in there, bluegill, crappie. It was a good lake. It was starting to shape up, and then, God, what's it been now? 3 years? 3 years ago, roughly, they got zebra mussels, so they drained it. But so a private entity came in, bought the lake, is getting it restored. But the problem is now he wants to make it a private marina. What are your thoughts on that? Like, no public boats. If you bring your boat, you're registering it to a slip, and it stays on that lake.
I only hope you get zebra mussels. Because at the end of the day, there are still tax money from people here that work hard every day that are using that money to help with this lake.
Yep.
And
Well,
because
they used Public and federal funds.
Yeah.
For the lake.
So the minute you add public and like federal funds, okay, I can kind of see. But once you start using public funds, I'm sorry, your lake should be open to everybody.
Well, it sounds like we'd still be able to fish it from shore, and then they were talking about possibly like if we want to do a boat, we would have to rent a boat. Now, I'm not sure I mean, I don't think these boats are going to be like what I have. It's not going to be a nice fish finder. It's not going to be a nice trolling motor. I think it's going to be that, or it's going to be like a John boat style, 5 horsepower or 10 horsepower motor. There you go.
I think their goal is to make it a sailboat lake, and they don't have the boat fishing traffic or fishing boat traffic.
That's crazy though, because
I think that's what their end game is.
Did you hear about the stocking they did to the lake though? You don't stock it like that and not make it a fishing lake though. 150,000 fish just got stocked in.
But when 50 people show up with their boats, who's stopping them? You know.
I think they're going to do.
Come down to.
I think they're going to do what Bennington Lake does. You know, the private lake up north from us, to where it's going to have you're going to have to check in and check out to get your boat in if if you buy a slip. So I don't think the boat dock will be open. I think there's going to be a big old bar, and you're not going to be able to lower your boat in. But I can see that.
It's just wrong. You're not even hurting. You know, me, you, Jeremy. We'll go to other lakes and we'll fish those, and that's fine with us. What you're hurting is the kids that are a generation down or 2 generations down.
Well, that was their fight, though, is because of the campgrounds and everything. And it was hard for me to listen to this guy because you could tell this guy came from money and probably hasn't struggled before. But his big gripe was, well, we want it to be a family-friendly lake, and we want to be able to preserve the lake. And it's like, okay, you can do that, but I don't know if you need to necessarily shut down. Now, I think if you want to bring, if I want to bring my boat to this lake, yeah, make me do an inspection before I put my boat in. I'm cool with that. Because I've had it happen at Wanahoo. They had a couple of the NRD guys out there, and they were doing boat inspections before you went in the water. And honestly, people, if you don't spray your boat down every once in a while, it's not the hardest thing. Grab a rag, wipe your boat off, spray it down. It's not difficult. If you know you're in an area that has zebra mussels, wash your boat, let it sit. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do.
No.
So that's why I figured, maybe if they could do if they were fine doing the inspection thing, cool. You go in, you get your boat inspected, they sign you off, you put your boat in the water, and you go enjoy your day fishing. But that costs money because then you got to pay someone to do boat inspections all day.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you're talking to the guy that funded the Omaha World Herald, one of the most famous newspapers around here. He's got every ounce of money. He's got money in Kiewit. He's got anything. He can do anything he wants. The thing that makes me so mad about this is 10 years from now, when we're looking our kids in the eye going, oh, yeah, we used to fish this on boat. Well, what happened? Some rich guy said, screw you. Basically, it's the story we're gonna have to tell them, and it's terrible. I don't want to
story of our lives.
Yeah, it really is. But
it sounds like and you hear a lot of it happen in golfing. It sounds like a guy trying to turn it into a country club.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And the part of it that makes me mad is if you go up 96 right by Bennington, there's a feeder pond that's obviously feeding this lake. Mm-hmm. You know how many times I drive down there with my trash truck and I see a John boat driving around on that lake? And I know there's a sign that says no boats.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I understand trying to do as much preventative stuff as you can to make sure zebra mussels or whatever. I understand that. That's totally fine. Personally, I think they should have a wash bay right at the boat ramp.
Yeah.
When you pull your boat out, you have to wash it before you can leave premise. Personally.
Or you'd spray it down before you go in or something.
Yep. Because, John, how many lakes do we go to that we do these bass tournaments with? We go to what? At least 10?
Yeah.
You know what? We spray up our boat every time.
Yeah.
We do everything we're supposed to do. I'm not saying we're perfect, Like, to me, I don't wash my boat. If I plan on going to Chalco 4 times in a row, yeah, I'm
Or
going to Chalco.
you're going to Choco every time though.
Yes.
But
Yes.
if your trailer comes off the boat ramp and it's full of like weeds and random stuff, do you at least pull that stuff off?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't want, not only that, I want my boat to look good. I mean, it's only a $5,000 boat. I want it to look as pretty as it can. Somebody may want to buy it. Hashtag trying to sell my boat. Get a better one.
But it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited. Like I said, this is I was checking the data. So last year we didn't have open water until April. So we have early open water compared to last year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got in a lot of rain too.
Which
Usually-
can help though. Because they lowered a lot of the lakes.
Oh yeah.
And has anybody figured out why DeSoto's still closed? Anybody figure this out?
Nope.
Nope. John, I take it you didn't find your research either?
Nothing. I couldn't find anything that said why they closed it still. I thought originally it was due to water levels because I thought they were flushing it out because of all the rain we were expecting, but nothing.
So I did hear an interesting theory of why maybe they shut it down. And I don't know if I can bite on this.
What's that?
Migrating birds. Evidently, there's a few lakes in Nebraska that will shut down for the migration of birds because they require so much whatever they require.
Yeah,
Or
I
hunting
mean,
season if it's a public hunting land.
yeah. I was gonna say that could be the other thing too.
And, you know, I didn't think DeSoto was overfished. I thought the lake was doing extremely well. I mean, granted, we started going there late April, May. It was, I mean, for where we saw it in August, it was probably up 5 feet. So in 4 or 5 months, the water had drained 5 feet because of the heat. We didn't get a lot of rain during the summer last year. So I thought maybe that had something to do with it. But they have a direct line from the river. I know that much. They have literally a pump that sits right on the river that they can activate at any time to just pump water. So I thought maybe it's because the river is down too. Maybe that's why they haven't done it yet. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I was gonna say, speaking of birds, I think Jeremy, it was you that either tagged a photo on Facebook or something, but the eagles.
Oh yeah, there was one I was fishing last Saturday flying above me. That's why I decided to start fishing first. I figured if he was eating, then fish. So
Well, that's the
that's
crazy
why
thing.
didn't pan out though.
There's 3 eagles that we counted over at Flanagan.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few.
So
Well, we seen some that day we went to Standing Bear.
yeah, this is the most. Yeah, they were sitting on the ice that day. Yeah, this is the most amount of eagles I've seen in Nebraska.
It's because DeSoto's closed.
Hey, Jeremy, I wanted to let you know I'm starting my custom baits too. Oh, right there.
He probably encourages it. The more people out there doing it, the better. Oh man!
I don't like that.
So I plan Sunday heading out. We're supposed to have 65-degree weather, sunny, a little breezy. I know Ricky wants to come out. So are you coming out or what?
I don't know for sure. I don't know. I got to work Saturday, so I don't know.
Well, like I said, my goal is to be out there all day. So even if you just call, and I'll pick you up from the dock.
I still got to replace the storm door on my front door.
It's just a door.
You got tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah.
But
Don't mind me.
any late night fishing that you're gonna try to hop in? I know you've been sneaking away for like an hour or so.
Just when I can, I guess.
Gotcha.
if the wife's not feeling that great and she's just laying down and I got energy to burn, so just go. But
Yeah, I don't know how well casting's gonna do. I did a no-no when I was lifting and I tweaked the shoulder bad. I can't get anything past right about there.
yeah, shoulders are tough to work.
If I go any higher, that kills, and then I can only cross over to about there before it starts hurting. So
Yeah, I got 2 tears in my left shoulder that I opted out on surgery. Well, I can't take it anymore. So
I'm hoping I didn't tear anything. I didn't hear nothing, but from what I was reading and talking to my sister, it sounds like I may have just I wasn't lifting properly, so I was putting too much stress on the shoulder, not the shoulder blade, but what'd she say it was? That area. But putting too much stress on it instead of lifting with my arms, and I probably just overdid it.
So the first time I damaged my shoulder is we were at a concert and a guy pushed my wife. So I showed him the door.
Yep.
And when I did the final shove, I popped and fractured the bone right here and tore the rotator. And I couldn't even lift my arm. My arm just instantly went dead. And it took probably a month or two for it to come back where I actually could raise my arm. And then I was playing softball a few years later and went for a slide and my arm popped up over my head and snapped it, broke it again. And they're like, you could do surgery now or wait. I'm like, well, I'll wait.
I'll wait.
Wait till I can't take it anymore. So
Nice.
I can still cast. That's all that matters.
Yep, that's all that matters. Still rip lips. Slip the hook.
But,
I'm excited for you though, because you got the two. So you got the 2 new rods. You got the MFR rod, and you got the which one is it? I was confused which one you got. The Lux rod, and then you got 2 new reels. You got the stink off the one. I got the stink off the other.
yeah, I got 3 fish on the one. So.
Yep, and I got 2 new rods and reels. Obviously, you guys knew about the KVD, but I did get the custom black. Nice.
And then
both
I got
of
these
those
things were really nice.
Ooh.
Especially when you have jerk bait on there.
Yeah, where did you get that?
Amazon cascading ones. So.
Oh, I know what I'm doing on Amazon later.
Hey,
And then I did give me a rod.
I know.
I didn't see that earlier. So.
You what?
I got a rod.
Oh yeah, I got rods. Ricky, I got rod sleeves for you, buddy.
I know. How do you come over eventually and grab them? Probably Sunday.
But yeah, guys, if you haven't gone over to Bass Pro or Cabela's, do so before March 31st because they have got a great deal. They got rod sleeves. Ooh, you got the same stand.
It's a little different.
Yeah, which one did you get?
Cheap $22 one. But it works
whatever.
great.
They sent mine for free, so.
Here you go, Ricky.
Here's
Here's my new compressor. Check this out.
Oh, that's right. You got a new compressor. I was going to ask you about that.
That's pretty quiet. Not
That ain't
bad.
bad. No.
Now we just gotta get the baits done before Sunday. That way I can whoop John's butt with them.
Nope, not going to happen. Plus, that bait it's not the time for that bait, Ricky.
Oh, big swim baits are always time. They're always have a time.
Yeah, but that, I have a feeling that one's gonna ride too high in the water column.
Yeah.
You could let it sink.
Does it sink?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Slow sinking.
Okay. I'll say I've got the. I think I know one I'm gonna try throwing. I got that the Mike Buka baby bull shad.
Just remember, Ricky, I still have a few other ones, too.
I know. Bring them on. Maybe that's what we'll do. If Jeremy can come out Sunday, maybe we'll do maybe we should just do the custom bait one.
It all depends. Depends on where they're hiding and how they're moving. If that water temp creeps over 50, it's gonna be a good day.
This is going to be the new trout. He even has a spotted tail.
God, that's gonna be big though. Jesus, I don't know. I don't have a rod I can throw that on. No, I don't. I don't have a rod I can throw that on.
This is the baby bass, though. Size comparison.
Yeah, nope. I have something I can throw the small one on, but I don't have anything that'll throw the big one.
Oh, you just step up that braided 30-pound line right there.
Yeah, I don't have a rod that'll hold that though. That's the crazy part.
So.
Oh, look, you got my bait done.
One that's already done.
Crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, I've gotten this far. I mean,
yeah, it's getting there. I like it.
It's all right, Ricky. Something else is going to happen. His life's, the house is going to like blow up or disappear or something. I don't know.
Well, we did have another unfortunate thing last night, but I don't care to talk about it right now either.
No, you're good. You're good. I don't know how much more you can have happen to you though.
I don't want to ask that question.
Knock on some wood. Here,
we're gonna knock on have a bubble wrap.
God,
that's life, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just crazy how that works out. Oh man. Yeah. See, that's why you gotta get fishing though. Fishing solves everything.
Oh yeah. Or drinking heavily.
No. Fishing's healthier.
Drinking while you're fishing.
It's good. It's good for the mind. Good for the soul.
So actually, my wife's making me a crappie pattern stencil, and I'm just waiting for her to do that. So
for sure.
Hopefully tonight, maybe.
Yeah. Oh,
it won't take long. The longest part. Well, actually, I got enough epoxy. I was gonna say the clear coat takes the longest, but I need to probably order some too.
I was gonna say, so I noticed prices for soft plastic guys is going up. How's pricing adjusting on your side of it with hard bait stuff? Because like I know a lot of the soft bait guys were talking like the plastisol price was going up.
I think it's just because everybody's getting into it. There's so many people doing their own stuff now.
Gotcha. Which is awesome to see. I love seeing it. I just didn't know if it was also affecting you on your side of it, because I know you're more paints and blanks.
So what I learned with the hard baits, and plus the stuff, a lot of them come from China, obviously, so that delayed with the COVID stuff last year. But I noticed like jerkbait time, they disappear. You can't get them. So I learned if there's baits I need to stay basically a season ahead,
Okay.
So like summer, they'll be restocking with jerk baits. I can get them before fall, or I stocked up last year because they were so hard to get, and they're easy to paint, and I move a lot more of those, so I have a lot here.
Gotcha.
Square bills, I haven't found like a good square bill that I like. I mean, there's a few. I try to find ones that not everybody else is doing, but it's hard. It's hard to find anything.
Well, you're only going to have so many suppliers and stuff like that, so you're going to run into that. But I
I know it's nothing special, but like this, I got that so I could repaint them,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I'm going to kind of start moving towards, is doing like higher end stuff. I'll take a Strike King nude series one, and do that. I may pay $8. I turn around and make, sell it for 20 or something, I don't know.
Right.
I think it's going to come down to quality.
Gotcha. And I guess I haven't asked because I saw you do, which I find awesome, that you try to mimic a lot of really good paint jobs, but you have your own flair to it. I noticed, like your colors aren't exact, but that kind of makes it yours.
Right.
And then obviously you kind of have patterns and stuff that's yours. I guess are you working? Is there a new pattern you're working on, or is there a new pattern you want to test out that you haven't been able to? That you haven't seen done yet. That is kind of your thing, or is there one you've already done that you're proud of that like you haven't seen anybody else do?
I think it's my color shifting ones, the chameleon with the flake and stuff. So I don't know. I haven't fished them yet either. So, but
No,
we'll take care of that.
No,
So,
yeah.
these are all retains.
Yep.
So I still got like
The
18 of those to do.
I was saying I had you do those Bassic Slasher repaints, which that's kind of like that's what I was talking about. I was like you said, the baits are amazing. I love the baits, but some of these companies, what they decide to paint the baits, it's like it's okay. And then then that's where I can get with like custom bait painter like yourself and be like, look, make it. That's not bad. That's not a bad one.
This is weird, but it's not bad either.
But I'm saying that color caught fish last year.
And I would agree, even out of our, even when I would get my 6 cent stuff. I mean, I've got, I don't know, probably at least 8 of the Black Magic colors. Obviously all different kinds, from studs to snatches to Crush 55s, all the way around, which is cool. I mean, they work around here for a little bit of time. But somebody like me, John, you'll admit, you used to give it away because, well, you didn't try it, and that's fine. Everybody's that way. But I'm saying is, with Jeremy, at least you could take that bait and go, okay, I have like 13 of this color, of the same color. Make it unique. Make it different. And that's what's so nice about having somebody that does this.
Either get that match the hatch perfectly, or get it to do something that the fish haven't seen, basically.
Yeah.
Because like we talked about, we went out to Bass Pro. Jeremy and I got the same red eye shads.
Yep.
They're good baits, but everybody's throwing the same red eye shad.
So with these colors I got, so when you get like a bone colored 6 cent bait, right?
Yeah,
and
I
it's
got the bone colored. Yeah, the bone colored provoke jerk bait that's got that little bit of pearlescent.
Yeah, that's what those do.
Oh, so like my crappie one that I kept telling you about, how it does that color shift.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, I'm excited to see what you do with this now. I'm excited. I was like, because you still got that last Bassic to paint for me, so I can't wait to see what crazy thing you do there.
This is one of my favorite, and I want to try.
You can kind of make it out. I see it
clear water. You get that in some ultra clear water. I mean, when we stop getting 2 inches of rain every other day, that will be a nice color to throw.
What's the story on the plastisol price increasing? Oh, I know, because I just realized my comments weren't scrolling down like they were supposed to. Sorry about that, guys. Geez, sorry.
Mine wasn't doing it either. I don't know what happened.
Chris Poole forgot how to slide. Oh, rotator cuff. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Rotator cuff's what I screwed up. 20 tabs on it, make it sink faster. What's the story? Basically, all the custom bait guys are saying that the price of plastisol was going up. I don't know why it's going up, but I think it's just because everybody's getting into it. But also COVID.
Well, that, and you got to remember, COVID shut down a lot of places. And obviously, people are looking for hobbies to do. They may not be able to go out and go bowling or play softball or card meets, whatever's going on. But they can fish. And if you're not getting paid, cheapest thing to do is make your own plastics or paint your own hard baits.
Real quick, sorry guys, didn't realize the comments weren't sliding like they were supposed to. So if you did say something, I was kind of scrolling through and reading. My apologies.
Mine was stuck too.
If you do want to talk,
those saying comments are
acting weird. Yeah, if there is something you guys want to talk about or say hi, by all means, send a request to talk. We'd love to get you in here and talk about some stuff. Sorry about that, guys. I was just kind of scrolling through and I was wondering, man, nobody's really commenting. No, you guys are. We just don't know how to read. It's okay.
No, yeah.
Damn Chevy dealers.
Yeah, we had some big names coming in too. All right, we got Fire Turtle wanting to join.
All right.
Get him in.
Let's put a name to that, or face to that name.
Fire Turtle seems pretty. Hey,
Whoa.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going
what's
on?
going on, brother?
Not a whole lot.
So, first question: where are you from?
I am from DFW area. So hang on a second.
Oh, okay.
I actually grew up like 5 miles from Lake Fork. So
Okay.
Okay.
I have a lot of people that are like, oh man, it would be great to have grown up like that. So
So,
he's sitting there laughing at us because we're fishing all these little small ponds.
you fish what you fish. 90% of my fishing when I was a kid was in the ponds on the farm that I grew up on. So I mean,
our big lakes are what you would call small lakes. I'd put it that way.
yeah. You know, I used to ride my bicycle to the north side of Lake Fork to fish off the bank there, and it was before all the like RV campsites and stuff came in. Most of it was private property, so you could just kind of go fish on people's land, and they didn't really care. You know.
Gotcha. So have you been getting out fishing at all?
I haven't really fished much this year at all. Just with COVID and everything, I have the kids here at the house doing the remote learning and stuff. So it's hard to drag them out to go do that kind of stuff. The spousal unit, she does healthcare stuff, so she's
Gotcha.
She's an administrator, so she's here too, and she works all. It's not like I could just jump out and take a break from what I'm doing and go fish for a few hours like I used to. So
For sure.
Understandable. I think Jeremy probably relates a little bit more to that than myself. I'm fortunate. I'm younger, no kids yet. I say yet. It's something to plan in the future. But
5 grandkids.
5 grandkids. Okay. So how old are you guys? Like you guys, you seem pretty young. John seems fairly young. Yeah.
So I'm 28.
Oh, okay. So I'm 45. Yep. Yeah,
No, you're good.
A lot of people I chat with are younger than half the baits I fish with. So
No, I'm fortunate because I might be young, but so I grew up. Folks are from Colorado and Wisconsin, so a lot of trout fishing stuff. So fly fishing, and then getting into this. But the older baits I know about because Grandpa made sure I knew about them.
Yeah, so when I mentioned mud bugs earlier, somebody was like, "What's that?"
That was me. That was me.
Yeah, I literally have like 25 eBay packages right here with mud bugs and other vintage lures that I buy. Just
Okay.
I guess that I haven't opened yet.
So now is it more of like a collection hobby kind of thing, or is it like for fun, or do you actually try to go fish with them?
No, I actually like to fish with a lot of them because they're baits that I grew up on that, like Arbogast. He's got some old stuff there. Hula poppers and things like that. When those companies, when the owners and founders of those companies died off, the companies get sold to like Pradco and these other big names and conglomerates, and some of the great baits that they have just they're like, they're too difficult to make, they're not great sellers, so they just stop making them. That's kind of like the Bombers. Bomber's still a company, they still make great baits, but the original Bomber they don't make anymore, and 90% of that comes down to the fact that it has a metal lip, and it's not like they can just process 2 halves and glue them together. It doesn't work.
Or they go to a foam,
Yeah, it's not like it's not as easy to produce as the mass-produced baits now. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, I mean, my whole desk right here is all vintage baits. Like, here's I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
It's
So I just dug one out, pretty similar.
Yep. Similar style, different color.
Here's a mud bug. It looks very similar to an old school Bomber. This is actually what they call a Seeing's Believing color. It's a rare color, real high detailed.
Oh man, see, I don't doubt colors anymore, man. I've
Yeah.
as you heard us talking, I have learned. I used to doubt like those black magic colors
Oh yeah.
so hard
Oh
until
yeah,
we
yeah.
were
Right
in a
there.
tournament last year.
That's a Smithwick devil horse.
This one? Yep.
Yeah, that's a devil horse right there. Yeah, I
That's
saw you put the Helen Flatfish Lazy Eye Cup. That one is oh god, what is that? It's something. That's an Arbogast bait right there, I believe. Really old one.
Here's an old Cordell.
I love the old Cordell stuff. Like here, right here. So nobody even. Oh yeah, yeah. Is that a super spot or?
I don't know. I just started. Okay, so the story behind it is I was at the antique mall, right?
Uh-huh.
And I found these 2 giant jars full.
Oh, that's sweet. It was all old
There's
stuff?
soft plastic spinners. There's hair jigs like this that are massive.
Yeah.
Just
Hair jigs aren't real popular down here, but okay, like this one right here. I don't know if you see that. It's like an old school popper. Y'all know what that's called?
No.
That is called a bass arena. And it's probably one of the best bass fishing lures ever made. And it's just a topwater chugging bait. It's a great thing.
yeah, BPF. That's what I want to do. I want to clean these up. You know, maybe fish some. I don't know.
Like a hellbender. So, you know.
Yeah.
There's a head and tadpole.
That's just, you don't see that anymore. You don't see those crazy designs or.
I just need to do a live and have you just tell me everything I got.
Yeah, you know, if you want to shoot me the pictures, and see, I'm really getting into the antique lures right now because there's a lot of stuff that I fished with as a kid that I miss fishing with, and I see new baits coming out, and I'm like, man, that just looks like, you know, that looks like this bait from back when.
What about these?
Oh, the Japanese baits.
Oh yeah. That's I can't see what brand that is.
I'll get one out here.
You know, let me see if I can get some light.
Those baits have some insane paint jobs. Yeah, like that.
Sweet. What is I can't read the name on the bass.
They're
Oh, okay. So that's some JDM stuff then.
Yep.
Yeah, that's old JDM stuff like Ima and like Emma brand. Emma. There's a lot of old Emma stuff that came in. See, I used to see a lot of that stuff on Lake Fork when I was a kid. That right there looks like a what the heck is that? I'm trying to think. Does that have a prop in the front of it?
It's kind of like a walking bait, it looks like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, a lot of the pro bass fishermen used to like import that stuff back in the 80s and 90s. And I got my driver's license in 90, and I used to go to all the like pro tournaments at Lake Fork and just watch the weigh-ins and stuff. Oh, that is sick. That is sick looking right there. So
I got 2 of every single one that I have here.
let me grab some stuff here. Okay.
Me and John are just over here just soaking this in.
Oh, see, this is what I love. This is what I was talking about is, you know, yeah, you know, we might be younger and stuff. We may not know, but right now I'm learning a bunch, and it's, I mean, it's, what I might pull out of this, you don't know.
So like I have this right here. This is a creek chub crazy fish. And I actually have one right here that's red that I bought off of eBay that I just got through restoring.
Oh, that's sweet.
And it's a tiny, it's a micro crankbait basically. But this lip style here was kind of endemic of creek chub, all of creek chub original stuff.
Yeah.
And like I see, who is it that's come back out with? is it Strike King? Somebody's come out with that big funky lip on that thing. But yeah, so
Yeah, boys, I see
you see a lot
I
of
read the
stuff coming
comments.
back around. Okay, so here's another bait that like people don't realize. The Whopper Plopper that everybody absolutely loves. They're getting mad because so many people have knocked that off. What they don't realize is that bait, the actual tail design and the function of that bait was designed in 1918 and patented by C.C. Roberts in 1918. And the tail on it is identical to what Whopper Plopper has today, other than it had a metal fin on the tail back then. And there were musky baits. And Larry Dahlberg, the guy that brought the Whopper Plopper out, yeah. And he's a huge musky fisherman. And that was an accident, basically, to them discovering that, hey, bass like to hit this thing too. And so they made a smaller version of it because the original was like massive. And so they tried to get that into the market. They gave them away at bass tournaments and stuff. And people are like, nah. And then I think it was on the market for like 6 or 7 years until, what's his name? Chris, I think it's Chris something or other, basically won a tournament on it. And then after that, it just blew up. But people don't realize that bait is over 100 years old. The design for that bait is over 100 years old. So
That's crazy.
It's neat to see bait designs coming back around. And so when people like griping about, oh, this person's copying that person, this person's copying that person, oh, they copied their paint job. I'm like, look, they're painting a bait that looks like a fish. You're copying a fish.
Yeah. Yep.
You're complaining because this guy is painting a bait that looks like a fish, and that guy is painting a bait that looks like a fish.
Well, that kind of ties in. That kind of ties in what I was saying earlier about, I'm really excited to see that there's a lot more custom bait makers getting out and get going. Like Jeremy himself, because too many companies are making just basically the same thing. Just instead of it's saying this brand and this brand on it, to where I could just get a hold of Jeremy and go, dude, can you make it look like this? And it looks different.
Yeah, that's sweet. What brand is that one right there? That looks like an actual musky bait with a metal tail. Is it?
It's a plastic tail.
Oh, is it plastic?
It's got the wrong size hooks on it, but it's one I paint. It's a Blake I painted.
The cool thing is, like a lot of these baits out there that were designed way back then, they didn't have the technology to make them what they are now. Like I'm glad Larry copied the Whopper Plopper design off of Roberts, because it's a phenomenal bait design, and they just didn't have the technology to do it. The interesting thing about that one is C.C. Roberts was still making the baits, and making wooden baits of the same design. So when Whopper Plopper hit,
So Fire Turtle. So you only fish with older baits, right?
No. As a matter of fact, I fish with a lot of stuff. I just put an order for like $45 in with Bait Boys.
Very nice.
I absolutely love fishing with eclectic stuff. Like there's a company, what's it called? Fillet and Release, that sells like discount baits. I bought a bunch of stuff from that guy because he's a small company. I picked up a whole bunch of 6 cents Craw from him. I picked up a bunch of Googan baits from him. Here's a company, Dooms DNA, that I bought from them because I'm a turtle. And when I saw the turtle baits, I absolutely had to have these.
Have you fished the turtle bait yet?
Oh yeah, they work great. They work great. They're good shallow baits. I don't know about what it's like up there, but here in Texas, we get a lot of these little red ear sliders that come out in the spring that hatch, and the bass will literally stroll the shorelines, like picking them off when they're along the shoreline. So.
Yeah, we don't get that up here. We have a hard time getting to eat a frog at times.
So yeah, this is a 3D foreplay from Savage Gear. I'm starting to pick up swim bait. So, like the frog bite. Here's the thing. I hate fishing with a frog. It's one of the best baits ever.
Guilty.
It's a pain in the butt trying to get a hook set on them because you've got to time it right, and there's a lot of misses if you're just not good at it. Lake Fork Trophy Lures, they sell a frog tail hook that hooks onto your two that's a third hook. And so I won't fish a frog if I don't have to. I'll fish that thing. In the middle of that, let me see if I got. Let's see if I can find something to. Oh, here's something you haven't seen in a while. Okay, just a torpedo, right? But this is a Magnum. This is a Magnum torpedo. They haven't made these Magnums since the 90s. So here's a baby, and here's the Magnum.
Oh wow!
So I think
you versus the guy she says not to worry about.
Yeah. Size doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. So let me see if I can find some other stuff. But if it's a frog fishing bite, I have I don't know if you've ever seen a Norman weed walker. Norman weed walker too. I'll fish those instead if I can. Oh yeah, here I have one out here. The package that I haven't unboxed.
So Turtle, obviously you're down a little farther south than we are. What's the go-to bait this time of the year?
Honestly, when the water temperatures start hitting, is it about? Here's the thing. I used to be in the aquariums too, so I used to breed shrimp and tropical fish and stuff like that. So I paid a lot of attention to water temperatures. About the time that the bass start moving and get ready to spawn, about the 50 degree mark is when the crawfish come out of the rocks and stuff, and they start to spawn too. They start to lay eggs, and so the bass, it's like a trigger. It's like a physiological trigger for them, and they'll eat them. Down here, they eat so many of them that their lips get red. And so, when you see a bass, it's got red lips. It's from the what the heck is the crab? It's a specific chemical in the shells of shellfish, and that's what's making that red lip on those suckers.
So next week we have 60 degree weather for most of the week. Next week's going to be prime time.
Yeah. A lot of our lakes here. Okay, so here's one I just bought. This is a Norman weed walker. It's a clear one, and it just sits on top of the pads. Okay. And as it goes, that little prop just it's a bunch of gold. So I buy these and I put these skirts on them, clean them up. So I do that instead of fishing a frog. So and if I'm fishing open water, I'll use a popping frog with the tail hook. Other than that, I like to use the Smithwick Devil Horse or a Torpedo or something to fish along a grass line or the edge of some pads, because those bass will come out and hit it, and it's different than what they're seeing because they're used to seeing everybody throw frogs. So you throw something a little different, and you might catch a fish that nobody else would catch.
And personally, John's seen me do this. We'll be in the middle of a tournament, and it's 90 degrees. It's been 105 for the past 5 days. The water's 90 freaking million degrees. Everybody's fishing the bottom, and I'll throw out a popper or a frog or a walking bait. Yeah. It's just actually, yeah, that exact one right there. There you go.
Yeah, that looks good.
The catwalk.
That's just a catwalk.
Oh, is that a catwalk?
And that's the thing is, people, even in the fishing tournaments, John, when we fish, how many times we drive by people and they're throwing Nico rigs or Texas rigs, and the ones that were winning the tournaments were just throwing.
No one was throwing Nico rigs, though.
Yeah.
Well, right. I mean, you got to kind of do it. But you know what I'm saying, though. I mean, we learned so much last year that this year would be a little bit better.
Yep.
It's just, chatterbaits. I only thought chatterbaits had a window like this big. When, in all reality, you can use them anytime.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about a chatterbait, too, is you can a lot of people just throw that out there and try to reel it in like a crankbait instead of throwing it out there and let it hit the bottom and sit for a minute, jerk it a little bit, let it chatter, and then let it drop, and then jerk it a little bit. So just work it just like a jig. I mean, it gets a little messy sometimes, but people don't realize
ripping it through grass.
You know, it's like you tell somebody it's a swim jig, and they're afraid to let it touch the bottom. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's the way you got to do it.
So it's and I have a lot of head knowledge. I have a lot more knowledge up
I
here.
see you, John.
So I can think about fishing a lot better than I can actually fish. But when you're talking about fishing topwater, people get fixated on some special technique. When things get hard, they start going finesse fishing. Sometimes that's the wrong direction to go. Sometimes you need to make more noise or fish a different part of the water column.
Yep. So. Just like BPF says too, he works it like a swim jig.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you grew up on Lake Fort. Now we don't have really any legendary lakes around here that have a good reputation. I would say Zarinsky, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So since you got to watch all this, what's the personal best bass, crappie, and even catfish you pulled out of, say, Lake Fort or whatever lake?
My PB is actually not a lake fish. It's actually a pond fish. There was some property that we leased to run cows on, and it had the pond on it was built in an old ravine, so the pond down toward the dam was probably about 20 feet deep. I mean, it was a deep pond, not very wide, and I actually caught my personal best on an arbor gas mud bug, which is why I'm so addicted to them now. It's been a lure I've been obsessed with since then. And I don't know how big the fish actually was, because back then all we had was the old lyre scales, the fish D-lyre. I don't know if you've ever seen those, the Zebco D-lyre. And it was just a spring-loaded scale. And it tipped on that scale at like 7.2. So like 7.2. And I caught that sucker on just a crappy Zebco. I borrowed the lure from my brother because he was the one that was diligent about saving his money to buy good baits, lures and stuff. I just fished.
So I would assume the 17 pounds was not a.
No, a 7 pound.
7 pounds.
Wow, I heard 17.
Yeah, 7
I was like 17. I'm assuming this isn't a crappie now.
No. And crappie, I pulled a 2 pound out of fork.
Okay.
That's not really. Nobody really thought about that kind of stuff back then. Crappie, you went crappie fishing for food. They just, hey, we're going to have a fish fry this weekend. We got to go catch a bunch of crappie. And we'd post up on some trees out there, a brush pile or whatever. Back then, nobody had depth finders, in the late 80s and stuff like that, other than, pretty much pros. And so we'd go up, post up out there. My uncle, he was a great crappie fisherman, and we swear to this day it was because he chewed Levi Garrett and he would spit in the water. so no joke, he'd spit in the water and he'd start catching fish. And there's a story that our family has. Our whole family went out in this old basically it was a dive boat that we brought from California when I was little. We moved to Texas when I was like 8. But my grandpa had a boat that they used to go scuba diving off of. And so everybody could fit in. We put like 20 people on that thing. There's no top or nothing. And so my mom was like, well, let me have some of that. He's like, you going to chew it? Okay, go ahead. So he grabbed the whole pack and she just started sprinkling it like dust on the water. I think, no joke, we probably ripped 90 crappie that day. Nobody cared about limits either. But it was one of the best fish fries ever. And catfish, I think the biggest catfish I've ever pulled is probably about 12 pounds. So,
funny story you say that. My dad and my grandpa would sit out on boats forever. And my grandpa, it didn't matter if the water temperature was 31 or 110. It didn't matter. Worm and worm only. That's all he used. His secret ingredient that he would put his worms into the night before.
Tobacco, wasn't it?
It was nope, not WD-40. You're close though. It was 10W30.
10W30. Oh, yeah.
W40. And he would just, and I said, y'all used to put oil in the lake? And my grandpa, oh boy, they couldn't resist it. They couldn't resist it.
Yeah.
I was shocked. And
you think about all the worm dips that are made now. You know, it doesn't matter what scent they are; they're all oil based. You literally spray a bait with WD-40 and throw it in the water, and it would get better action than just a plain bait would. So,
I've yet to try it. It just happened to be sitting on my table.
Yeah.
On my website.
trust me, I didn't believe my dad until he pulled up. Like, God bless my grandpa. He's passed away a number of years ago. But we were going through his tackle box. My dad goes, see, he pulls out this bag, and these worms have been in this oil for God knows how long. Like, we pulled a worm out, and it just ripped it in half. It had just been so soaked.
yeah.
It was just, I said, really? And he was like,
y'all remember the old Uncle Josh's pork rinds for a pig and jig? Man, those were huge down here back in the day. Of course, I think they were everywhere.
for my grandpa. Yeah.
So,
We tried everything: catfishing, hot dogs, and garlic.
okay, I'll tell you. We used to know a couple of people that had catalpa worm trees, and every spring we would go and get a bunch of those and stick them in the freezer because those green and black caterpillars were the best catfish baits ever. Like, best catfishing bait, hands down. And, everybody, I see all these people talk about cut bait, and all the fish forums. I'm like, that's the easy thing to do. Those catalpa worms, that was the stuff right there. So
my thing right now is, like I heard on the radio today, they were talking about, locusts, being, this is the year for their, they're going to come out,
Yeah.
If I'm a soft bait maker, I might be coming up with a little mold for,
I don't see why not. I've never actually tried to fish with one. The funny thing is, we have several species here in Texas. So we have the one that has it's a 7 or 9 year cycle, and then we have a species that has a 3-year cycle. So it doesn't matter what year it is for us. We have cicadas in the trees.
Oh yeah.
Every year, they drive you nuts.
A few years ago, we had the orange and black one.
Yeah.
And
what's that old bug? The old topwater bug, jug bug or June bug or something like that?
The jitterbug?
The jitterbug, there you go. That is a great bait, especially when the cicadas are out there. Yes.
This one's a frog color. And this is another one of those seeing and believing ones. It's real high. That one's tiny though. So yeah, those jitterbugs, I'll fish that before I fish any other kind of a popper bait, because the fish are so used to seeing poppers right now. Yeah, see, that right there is that's the I have lunker hunt. That's the lunker hunt version, right?
These are just some cheap ones I got off of the website. I painted them, so.
Yeah. So lunker hunt did a good job redoing that. I think they do the Yappa rat and the Yappa something or other. So
around here for catfish, at least in my personal experience, John, I know you don't do a ton of catfishing, but we're gonna get you on some cast this year. We will. Jeremy, I'm sure you've used it.
Yep.
Chicken breast and cherry Kool-Aid.
Chicken breast and cherry Kool-Aid. A lot of people like to use chicken gizzards because they stay on the hook better.
Yeah.
Cherry Kool-Aid's a huge thing down here for catfish too.
Yeah,
people make their own baits with it. So
I like using that.
Turtles like it more.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Turtles like it. Oh my gosh, I hate turtles.
See, up here we catch turtles. We're like, holy crap! There's actual turtles in this. That doesn't. That's a rare occurrence around here.
Not for me. I catch turtles a lot when I'm catfishing.
Really? I never do.
So,
especially the red ear sliders.
Oh god,
Those things are ridiculous. That's why I switched on my hooks. I was trying to find some, but
they're like water fleas. They're just everywhere.
Okay, so we're going to take down a stroll down Muffin Memory Lane here. So we were at Wearspan about, oh God, I had to be like 8 years old when I wouldn't put my own bait on, and my dad was rigging up a minnow on my rod. So I took his rod, like normal kids do, and I dropped it down. And I kid you not, I like lifted, and this is seriously, it was like this, and I'm like, what did I hook? My dad's like, oh, you probably got this, you probably got that, and we pull it up, and this thing was as big as a trash can. It was a snapping turtle.
oh yeah.
And I had landed it right in front of his face, and I mean, it came out of the water, hissing and kicking. Some dude on the dock goes, well, bring him around. That's good eating. I said, I'll leave right here. You can swim out and get it. I ain't messing with that thing.
That's one thing I've never eaten before is turtles. Funny thing. Part of how I ended up with my nickname is I went to college and like I grew up, catching red ear sliders. I'd catch them when they were little tiny babies. And to this day, I remember keeping a tin can, like one of those Christmas cookie cans, in my locker at school when I was in like 5th and 6th grade, and I would sell the babies to my friends for like $5 a pop. I probably made $50-$60 off of them things. But every spring, that's what I did. I'd catch a bunch of them and be like, sell them to all my friends. They'd keep them a week. Either their parents would make them let them go, or they'd kill them, because they were stupid.
So that's
Yeah, I don't know if turtle baits will really work around here. I mean, John, that may be something we may have to investigate.
It's if you have a high turtle population, they will. Big bass will eat them because it's a lot of nutrition. Alligators will eat them. Y'all probably don't have any alligators there.
Nope.
No gators.
Unfortunately.
not intentional ones.
There's a Facebook group that I'm in called All Things Lake Fork. And lately, they've been posting pictures of all the big gators out there. And there's a couple of 10-footers, 10, 11-footers out there right now that like to post up in one creek, and that's where they all go when they breed. And so, like, people are back there fishing. I'm like, what are you fishing for? They already ate all the fish there.
So this is what I used to use catfishing.
Yeah.
After the turtles, this is what I want.
got a bigger hook.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the bad thing about them big turtles is they'll go down to the bottom and they'll dig in the mud. And if you're fishing with, like, sturdy catfish, if you're fishing with sturdy 50, 60-pound braid, you're going to have to horse them out or break your rod. So.
Yeah, that's just something we don't have around here. Like, we just don't have, at least in my experience, we don't.
Yeah. We caught a big, wasn't a snapping turtle. It was just a big, huge turtle. My brother actually rode on its back when he was trying to catch it. It was crawling across the road, north side of Lake Fork. And my dad's like, hey, let's catch it. And it took all three of us to pick it up and put it in the truck. It was that big. And my brother he was strong, so he actually sat on its back to keep it from getting away too fast. And it was like crawling off with him slow. It's like, there's some massive turtles out there. And then you see the gators, and you're like, I'm not worried about the turtle anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I think about the only thing we have to worry about around here is pike and muskie.
Most lakes out here are mature, and they have big turtle in them too. So
2 years ago, we went to Florida, and we actually went with the guy that traps gators.
Oh yeah,
where he snags them with a weighted treble and reels them in. And
oh yeah, that's what they do here. There's a guy down in South Texas near Beaumont area, Lumberton, that has a place called Gator Country, and he'll come up to lakes all the way up here to catch nuisance gators and go, let them go or take them back to his Gator Country place too, just so they can live.
Yep.
So,
in Florida, if they're over like 4 foot or 3.5, they have to euthanize them.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, 50 years ago they were on the brink of extinction, and they made a huge effort to make them recover, and now they're not endangered or struggling anywhere. They actually have hunting season for them here now. So, and Louisiana, man, they just eat them things like chicken. Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing. Like a
man.
big plate full of boil crawfish from a crawfish boil, and some fried gator tail. So
Yeah, I could live on that stuff.
fried frog legs, man. I eat all that stuff.
We
No.
don't get anything good like that here.
See, I'm the weird guy here. I don't eat fish. I don't eat anything that comes out of water. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Nope.
know how to do that. Crappie,
Nope.
Crappie's my all-time favorite. It's the best. About the only thing that I think freshwater-wise, the only thing that's better than that would be trout straight out the creek. It's got to
Walleye
be
pretty good.
fresh cold water trout.
Yep.
That's
Like I said,
it's probably better than crappie, but you're not gonna catch them like crappie. I mean,
fresh. Oh, you can. I'm being from Colorado. There's some rivers that you find the pockets and you'll pull them.
oh, are they that thick up there?
They can be. You get the right pockets, you'll find them because they'll be sitting in the slack. But yeah, I'll put it right up against the crappie. Cold water trout.
Yeah, most of the lakes here in Texas have a 25 limit on a crappie, and I mean two guys can go out in a boat and yoink a 2-man limit in an hour or two. So and
Sure.
It's funny because I keep getting this advertisement for I think it's called like slabs of crappie or something like that on Facebook. It's a guide service on Lake Fort.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, they pull out these pictures, and these crappie are
The
14, 15. Yeah, and they're 14, 15 inches every single one of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'd lose my mind down there.
So I've never tried perch. I know that's big too.
Yeah. Bluegill's real good. I don't think it's as good as crappie. It's a little more oily than crappie is. But I mean, it's not bad to me. It's about like eating bass. Like people freak out. They're like, oh no, you got to let them go and let them grow. But if you've been in areas here like where you see bass get overpopulated to the point that they don't get bigger than 2 pounds, right now, eat them things. So it's just another fish. When they get over about 3-4 pounds, you don't want to eat them anymore because they don't taste as good as they do when they're smaller. So, but they live longer than the fish too. So
What's our bag limit up here? Isn't it only 10? 10 for crappie?
10 for crappie.
Yeah.
But it's because they're not, like I said, the lakes aren't big enough to stock a healthy population. Because if they did, they would take over, and then you'd have no good bass fishing or anything.
Yeah.
But
and here you could use them for catfish bait too, though. You can use them for cut bait.
Yeah, we can use bluegill down here for that. Even though they're kind of the bluegill are kind of it's kind of a in between. It's considered a game fish, but it's not a game fish. Like it doesn't fall under the same regulations that a crappie would, where you don't really have limits on them, other than some place has size limits on them.
I don't think we have limits on bluegill here.
So
Just
you can catch and eat all those.
I think there is. I think it's 10. I think it's along with crappie. I think it's 8-inch minimum to keep.
Yeah, not every lake has a bag limit, but every lake Nebraska has a size limit on bluegill. From remembering.
Because I know a lot of people catch them for bait, so.
I'd have to look again. I think it's a set size limit, but I don't think it's 8. I think it's like in that 6-inch range.
So I know crappie, but bluegill, I don't think there is. It's like creek chubs, you can take as many as you want. Bullhead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't catch enough like that or try to really care.
Yep. But
yeah.
Shoot. Well, I got the wife yelling again.
Yeah, I need to put the kids to bed. So.
Well, awesome. It's finally nice putting a face to the name.
Yeah. I don't know if I get a chance out. If y'all are down and man, I'll jump in. I don't mind.
No, it's like I said, I love hearing other stories, hearing other things, because like I said, you learn stuff, and like I said, it was kind of cool hearing more about some of those old lures. You were naming them because I've gone over to Jeremy's house and looked at these things going, I don't know what the hell this is, but I like this.
Yeah. Shoot me a picture in DM or something of what you got, and I'll see if of the ones you don't know, and I'll either know what it is or I can find out what it is.
Yeah,
A lot of those baits were copies of each other, and you'll have a bait that's just slightly different and it has complete, like the lazy eye and the Helen flatfish, almost identical. And most people are like, oh, that's the same fish, the same bait. It's not. It's two different companies. There's just slight difference in them. So
you'll have to lay them out, clean them up, and then I got some cases the other day at Bass Pro because they were cheap. And I want to put them all in there, so.
Awesome. Well, Ricky, anything else you want to mention before we let you go for the night?
Keep fishing. We'll leave it at that. Keep fishing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good advice, brother. Well, I'll let you hit out then, Ricky.
Johnny.
See you Sunday, brother.
All right, y'all have a good night. I'm going to go put the kids in
Fire
bed.
total. Awesome.
Right,
Thanks, brother.
Good talking to you guys.
Yep, take care.
Bye-bye.
I love this. Talk to random guys, you learn different things. Blew my mind. I didn't know. He starts naming all those baits you had. So, but
yeah, it kind of sucks that we lost some comments there, but
yeah, sorry about that, guys. That was I started scrolling through. I didn't realize so many people were stopping in and saying stuff. We'll definitely have to. My computer died. Normally, my computer keeps up with the comments pretty well, but my laptop, of course, died.
Yeah, if it did on your end and my end, it's something weird. And I know some guys last night had World's Worst Fishing. They were having issues with theirs too, so
gotcha. But well, we'll have to see what next Wednesday brings. Hopefully, we can do it. Like I said, I know you've had a rough couple weeks. So, but I kind of like what Ricky said, guys. If you guys are getting out, go catch something if you can. Tag us in it. I'd love to see what you guys are catching, what you guys are using. And just a reminder, if any of you live locally or know anybody in the Omaha or surrounding area, we're still doing our giveaway to give back to a kid in the community. Check out the post on Instagram, Facebook. Message us. We'd love to give back to a kid. And like I said, I'll be posting later tonight. This will be going to anybody. I'll ship it. But if we can get me to 100 subscribers on YouTube, I will be shipping out a March Monster Bass Sack. So check back for this post. It'll be coming up tonight, and make sure you drop a like because we'll be giving that away. And like I said, if we can hit 200, I'll throw a bunch of stuff in there for the giveaway. So anything else other than we gotta get you out fishing
and painting
So, well, awesome, guys. Well, we'll hopefully see you next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet. We'll figure it out. It always turns out something interesting.
I like just letting it go.
It
all depends on who pops in. So,
well, by all means, pop in next week. Tune in for episode 4, and if you want to talk, just send us a request. We'll love to talk to you and see what you have going on.
All right, later, guys.
Awesome, guys. See ya.